Chuck now. So hi Gregory. Hi Tia. Yeah, I did. Uh-huh. You always do.
I think a lot of
But you know, I was trying to look for Sierra's dad.
what's Papa sitting at?
Papa's sitting in Sierra's row. He was. No, it's
The last row, isn't it? That's creative.
Oh yeah, the very last row.
Yeah. Is your guys' graduation next week? Mine is next week.
Well, run. I'm never going to take off. I ain't walking. I'm not walking to the station. I don't want to. I'm not going to. I'm going to graduate. I sit up there. Go take some graduation down there. Yeah. Why?
Oh, it needs to be in the spot.
No, she thinks Tia hates her. She's like, Tia just scared of me. Claire, like, Tia just has her. I don't even know her. It's like,
No, everyone this week was like, Tia is bad. No,
that's just Tia.
yeah.
She just sits there. Choir would have been in the band. And jump up there. Yeah.
I miss you, Taylor.
I definitely. Mom, you remember it's right? Oh, from out at the farm? Yeah. Park? Okay, I thought that's who we were. Hello. Everyone knows who you are?
Yeah, everyone knows.
Oh, that's good. Oh, yeah.
Everyone recognizes you. Or they'll be like, no.
Oh,
So they know what it's like.
oh, a lot of doppel. Dang it. Doppel?
Good afternoon, teachers, family, friends, staff, students, school board, and most importantly, graduates. My name is Hope Spooner, and I would like to welcome you to the graduation ceremony for the class of 2021. Each and every one of you sitting here has made an impact on the graduates that are here today. I'm grateful that we can all be present today, despite the pandemic canceling many important events over the past year. I want to thank you all for joining us today to celebrate the day that is for some the happiest day of our lives, and Kaylee is the saddest. We have all been working towards this goal for 4 years, and we have made it. I remember when we were freshmen, and we would always look at the seniors and think, wow, it's an entire 4 years until we graduate. That's so long. Well, now that day has come, and let me tell you, the time flew by fast. We have come so far in these past 4 years, both as individuals and as a group. As we graduate today and continue our journey, I want you all to remember, today is a milestone. It tells you how far you've come. Keep learning, keep trying, keep accomplishing, and keep venturing on through your journey. Thank you. Our guest speaker is somebody who has had the class of 2021 since we were freshmen in high school. We chose this person because without her, I don't think all of us would be sitting here today. The first day we walked into her class, I'm pretty sure she was already questioning her choice to become a teacher. We were one rowdy group that had no idea what the next 4 years had in store for us. As young, inexperienced kids, we would put green beans on the walls, applesauce in the air vents, soy sauce behind the cabinets, pencils and scissors in the ceilings, hot dogs in people's water bottles, and not to mention the tinfoil and forks we stuck in the microwave. Man, we were so immature. Finally, we grew up and realized, come on guys, we graduate next week. We have to stop doing this. Throughout all of these shenanigans, this person stuck with us and never gave up on us, even when that would have been the easy thing to do. Not only did we grow with her, but she grew with us. As a senior class, we just wanted to say thank you. Thank you for being the person we could always go to for advice. At the time, we didn't realize how much we would appreciate your meaningful words. You have always encouraged us and pushed us to be the best versions of ourselves. I think everyone in my class can agree that you have been our rock through all the hard times to tell us everything will be okay. Everyone, please give a warm welcome to our amazing English and kernel time teacher, Ms. Diana Whittinger.
All right, class. I'd like to welcome you all, families, school board members, fellow staff, and most importantly, the graduates of Nedrose High School, class of 2021. What a year it has been. Your high school experiences have been dramatically affected by the COVID-19 pandemic, and you have risen to meet that challenge with far more poise and understanding than many who are much older than you. I'm in awe of how grown up you all look as you sit here in your caps and gowns, ready to take on the challenges of college, the military, and the workforce. Part of me still sees the awkward, gangly freshman who sat not so quietly in my freshman English class, unsure of exactly what high school would be like and how many of those stories about that crazy redheaded teacher were true. I'll never forget Mrs. Robinson coming in to check on us during 5th hour because her class was very quiet and ours was not. Or your collective fascination with the timeline of Act 5 of Romeo and Juliet. Damien, for the last time, it's fine. Shakespeare's a genius, and we'll leave it at that. Over the years, we've read great stories, studied world history, worked on your writing skills, and had lots of time spent hearing me ask, how it is that none of you have anything to do during cardinal time. Now you're setting out to pursue your goals, and I've been asked to give you a bit of advice before we formally kick you out of the nest. So here it goes. The biggest key to success is showing up. Whether it's your job or that 8 a.m. history class, you need to be there to get the benefits. Keep showing up and keep working hard. It will pay off, I promise. Show up for your friends and family whenever possible. Be someone that people can count on. Do what is expected of you, and then try to do more. But think twice if you're thinking about taking an 8 a.m. history class next year. My next piece of advice: understand the context. You guys have teased me for years about how often I say, I'm going to need more context when you've asked me one of your hypothetical questions. But there is a method to that madness. It is hard to give advice or offer input if you don't fully understand the situation. By understanding the context of the situation someone is facing, you can learn when to speak up and when you'd be better off keeping your thoughts to yourself. This brings me to my next piece of advice. Look both ways before you cross the street. I mean this both literally and figuratively. College campuses all seem to have an urban legend of that kid who got all A's for the semester after his roommate got run over in a parking lot. So watch out. But more importantly, think about the choices you are making and the people you surround yourself with. Consider who you're spending time with, and if they are moving in a direction you want to go. You become the people you hang out with, so make sure you pick people you want to be like. And lastly, in a world where you can be anything, be kind. Kindness is absolutely the most important attribute you can show to those around you. Treating other people well is always the right choice. You've all heard me speak about the power your words have over one another and the responsibility you have to use them wisely. You don't need to hear that speech again. Just know that you can always, always be kind. Whether you're testing the limits of my patience or my microwave, over the last 4 years, you guys have made me a better teacher. I've learned to be flexible, to explain things in new ways, and that I should check the air vents for baby carrots. I've seen you grow into the talented young adults who sit before me, eager to start the next chapter of your lives. My hope is that you will go out into the world and work to make it better as well. To the class of 2021, congratulations. I am so very proud of you.
Even though it's a cliche class, we made it. After 13 long years,
We made it. From the portables to the crowded gymnasium floor with no air conditioning, we made it.
through crying in Mr. Kostelecki and Mrs. Raymond's office until they let me drop pre-calculus,
She made it. Through the constant battle against the COVID-19 pandemic, we made it.
but we really did, guys. We are here today at our graduation ceremony.
We really made it. We are definitely an opinionated, strong-willed, and still somehow a coherent class. But most of all, we are resilient. And we know that each and every one of us will go on to achieve greatness.
When we first got told that we were writing this speech, it took a few days to figure out what we really wanted to say.
There are so many things that we wanted to include. So many memories made and so many lessons learned.
But we decided to keep it simple for you. Let's take it back to when we first learned our ABCs. Today, we're going to share with you the ABCs of the class of 2021.
A is for accomplishments. We are gathered here today as a result of all of our great accomplishments, not just from the past 4 years, but the past 13.
B is for Grunberger. For being a first-year teacher, she did an amazing job strengthening our science department and being a trusted mentor that we can all confide in.
C is for carnal time, and all the shenanigans that took place during those ever-productive 30 minutes.
D is for don't take things for granted. People say it all the time, but you never know how fast it goes until it's gone.
E is for educated, well, for the most part.
F is for Flanager. By hearing Miss Flanger's speech already, I think you know how much Miss Flanger means to our class and why we felt like we need to include her in our speech.
G is for Goodman, for being the best sub that Nedrose has ever had. We all feel blessed as a class for being able to has had her as a sub. She never fails to make us smile with her goofy remarks and her words of wisdom.
H is for Mrs. Howard's infamous math tests, and as she says, just circle that when I come back to it with fresh eyes. I is for inappropriate. Our class has always had an issue with being appropriate. Does anyone here know Jenny, Mike, Barry?
J is for just breathe. We often stress out over the little unimportant things. Take a breath and focus on the bigger picture. K is for Carlson. He never fails to be heard down the hall. We never thought we could study history and math at the same time.
L is for laughter, because after all, life is better when you're laughing.
M is for memories. Make sure to never forget each and every memory that we made.
N is for next. Here we are, on to the next chapter, ready to move on to the next big thing. Every moment has, in some way, prepared us to move on into this big world.
O is for obnoxious. Any one of our teachers would agree that we have always been a loud, rowdy, and very obnoxious class.
P is for punctuality, something that our class was never good at, especially during these last few months.
Q is for questions. Never be afraid to ask questions. The best way to acquire knowledge is by asking those questions.
R is for Raymond, always being there to mom us and give us the reality checks that we didn't even know we needed.
S is for slingshotting Megan's breakfast in my TV room, even though us girls would tell them not to, for the record.
T is for taking care of yourself. Just remember that you should be a priority. No matter what assignment needs to be done, whether you're at a 99 or a 62, making sure that you're in the right headspace means all the difference. This is something that I wish I would have learned earlier. Go watch that show with your family. Go take that drive with your friends. Because after all, those opportunities aren't always going to be there.
U is for unique. The class of 2021 is a class consisting of very unique characteristics, mindsets, and most importantly, unique futures ahead of us.
V is for value. Every one of you in the crowd today has value, and we don't ever want you to forget it. No matter what obstacles come your way, just remember it and you will persevere.
W is for Widler. Widler has always been someone you can go to. Only if you can find him, because he's never where he's supposed to be.
X is for, well, xylophone, because we couldn't find anything better.
Y is for yogurt. Yogurt splattered on the window. You had to be there.
Z is for zero, the amount of days that we have left of high school. Finally, we just want to give credit to all of our fellow highest honor graduates, Kaylee Egan, Hope Spooner, Devin Delane, and Luana.
We wouldn't be here today without all the support of not only our loving parents, families, our devoted teachers, but the rest of our staff, including our generous janitors who helped us clean up our notorious finger prank, our wonderful cooks, and the rest of the administrative staff.
We wouldn't be the strong leaders that we are today without all of them. We are forever grateful for the times that our teachers pushed us to excel more than we thought we could.
After a long 5 minutes, I think it's time to wrap this up and give thanks to our class. Over the last 4 years, I think it's important to note how much we have grown mentally, physically, and for us girls at least, maturity-wise.
We have all worked hard, and some of us copied hard to be here today. Here's to guys. We finally made it. And just remember, graduation is not the end, it's the beginning. Thank you.
At this time, we would like to recognize those graduates who have earned scholarships to further their education. The first one today is the North Dakota Academic Scholarship. This is a state scholarship and it's awarded to North Dakota students who meet specific requirements, including earning credit in specific courses set forth for North Dakota graduation, earning a cumulative GPA of at least 3.0, completing either an advanced placement or dual credit course, and earning a composite ACT score of 24 or higher. This scholarship is in the amount of $6,000 paid over the course of the student's college education. Would the following students please stand to be recognized? Brady Axman, Noelle Overton, Devin Deline, and Megan Sutter. The North Dakota Career and Technical Education Scholarship is another state scholarship for students who meet specific requirements, including earning the credit to graduate set forth by North Dakota, earning a cumulative GPA of at least 3.0, earning 2 credits in a coordinated plan of study set forth by the Department of Career and Technical Education, and earning a composite ACT score of at least 24. This scholarship is also in the amount of $6,000 paid over the course of the student's college education. Would the following students please stand to be recognized? Kaylee Egan, Ethan Miller, and Damian Emily. The Nedrose College Bound Scholarship was designed and is funded by the staff here at Nedrose. They believe in not only encouraging students in their career pursuits, but providing support for those looking to post-secondary education. This scholarship was started in 2015 and is awarded to 2 students from the graduating class each year. This year's recipients are Mick Kalamaha and Kaylee Egan. The following are additional scholarships earned by our graduates. You may stand when you hear your name. Please hold your applause until all scholarships have been announced. Brady Axman, NDSU Presidential Scholarship. Kaylee Egan, Emerging Scholars Award. Meg Kalamaha, UND Presidential Scholarship, North Dakota State Grant, and North Prairie Rural Water Scholarship. Damian Emily, North Prairie Regional Water District's Water Sense Scholarship. Noelle Overton, the Thomas Welder Scholarship, and the Burke DeVide Electric Cooperative Scholarship. Devin Deline, Minot State University Scholarship, and the Emerging Scholars Award. Alexis Crawford, University of Arizona Excellence Award, University of Arizona Presidential Scholarship. Megan Sutter, Aspire Credit Union Scholarship, Sister Thomas Welder Scholarship, and the West Dakota Chevy Scholarship, and the Minot Dollars for Scholars. Hope Spooner, Northern Arizona University Gold Founders Scholarship, and Ethan Miller, Minot State University Academic Scholarship. Congratulations to you all.
I wish somebody would have told me that. Soon it used to be the good old days. All the love I can't forget. And all these memories this love you regret. So it's on your heart that's gonna change. You must the magic is good. I was thinking about the bands. I was thinking about the bands. We were underground, loading merch in that 12-passenger van in a small club in the summer. And the store outside the first half, I just wanted my name and stop. Nothing to where we at, still growing up. Still growing up. I'm getting my favorite drink from down where the lucky come. Can I get to get up? Can I get to be something? Now that I'm here, wish I was still young. I wish somebody would've told me, babe. It's only gonna be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. The sun is through your heart, gonna change. You miss the magic of the good old days. Wish I didn't think I had the answers. Wish I didn't drink all of that glass first. Wish I made it to homecoming. Not a girl's dance. Wish I would have gotten out of my shut. Wish I took a bottle back on that show. Wish I didn't worry about when the people popped up. All I see, rooftop open. And the stars are bright. And all the phones are sneaking out and popping up. Me and that filter, we just begun. On the grass street, it ain't out who I was. I wish somebody would've told me, babe. It's only these are big and good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. The sunlight through your walls gonna change. You miss the magic of the good old days. When the thought we get old, maybe we're still young. Maybe you always look back and think it was better than it was. Maybe these are the moments. Maybe I'm missing what it's about. Not scared of the future. Thinking about the past. While I'm missing out on that. You've come so far. I guess I'm right. And now you're right. Not perfect. I'm working smart. I got some stars. I better. I've got some pain and sins and things, but I'm here. You don't know what you got till it goes, till it's gone. You don't know what you got till it goes, till it's gone. Oh, somebody who can talk me back. So many big things on love again. All these reckless nights you regret. Someone's gonna hold us on the chain. Lost the magic of these good old days. When life leaves you high and dry, I'll be at your door tonight if you need help. If you need help, I'll shut down the city lights. I'll cheat out there and drive to make you well, to make you well. When enemies are at your door, I'll carry you away from more. If you need help, if you need help, your whole day and body string, I'll share in your suffering to make you well, to make you well. Give me reasons to believe you would do the same for me, and I will do it for you. Baby, I'm not moving on. I love you long after you're gone. For you will never see me alone. I love you long after you're gone. And long after you're gone. When you fall like a statue, I'm gonna breathe out and catch you, put you on your feet, you on your feet. And if your heart is empty, not a thing will prevent me. Tell me what you need. Honestly, you always have the same for me. So I will do it for you. I'm not moving on. I love you long after you're gone. You will never sleep alone. I love you long after you're gone. And long after you're gone. You're my backbone. You're my cornerstone. You're my crutch when my legs start moving. You're my headstone. You're my rugged heart. You're the pulse that I always needed. Like a drum, baby, don't stop beating. Like a drum, baby, don't stop beating. Like a drum, baby, don't stop beating. Like a drum, I'll never stop beating for you. Baby, I'm not moving on. I love you long after you're gone. For you. You will never sleep alone. I love you long after you go. Baby, I'm not moving on. I love you long after you go. You will never sleep alone. I love you long after you go. Like a drum, baby, don't stop beating. Like a drum, baby, don't stop beating. Like a drum, baby, don't stop beating. Like a drum, baby.
Okay, here we go. Mr. James Burnett, President of the Nedrose School Board of Directors of the Nedrose Public School, guests and parents of the 520